time to share their insights and knowledge and passion with us. So please join me in thanking them. This is actually our favorite part of the day, where we get to get speakers who all are leaders in their respective fields together, sitting at, usually we have a table, so in this case, we're not sitting at the same table, but they're close enough that we can have them bounce ideas off each other and hopefully make some magic happen in talking science. So, with that, let's get started with our first question. The way this will work is the first half will be questions that the CSSA has, and then the second half will be open to the entire audience to ask any of our speakers any of their questions. So, the first question is, what is the definition of consciousness you're comfortable with? And what is the definition of consciousness you're not comfortable with?
With any definition of consciousness that makes the subjective field, the subjective character of consciousness essential. And I'm uncomfortable with anything that leaves it out. That just says, well, it's behavior or ability to discriminate or something like
So I'm on that also. I totally agree with that as an operational definition. I mean, the irreducibly subjective quality of awareness of what it's like to be whomever. What I'm uncomfortable about is limiting. That's an excellent operational definition, and absolutely that has to be part of it. And what I'm uncomfortable about is assuming that somehow that is caused by the brain. I mean, of course it's related to brain function. And maybe there's stuff going on and we don't have a grip on that. Oh, no, I said I'd be uncomfortable with the definition of consciousness that limits us to assuming it is caused only by complex nervous systems.
I don't say that. I say in fact it is, but who knows? Who can I respond to that? In fact, consciousness is caused by brain processes. But that doesn't imply that you couldn't get something else to cause it. I mean, the question, can you build a machine that's conscious? We ought to hear like the question, can you build an artificial heart that pumps blood the way a real heart does? It's just a factual question. We don't know the answer because we don't know how the brain does it, so we don't know how to build an artificial machine. My definition was not operation in the technical sense because it doesn't tell you operations to establish the presence of consciousness. And I don't think there can be, in that sense, an operational definition. It's a consequence of my definition that the best way to know whether a system is conscious is to be that system. I don't have any doubts about me. Frankly, I don't have any doubts about you, but you might, somebody, a zombie might fool me. So that I don't think you can have an operational definition of consciousness, and it's not part of my definition that only brains can do it. It's in fact, as far as we know, in the world the way it is today, only brains are conscious, but who knows? If we build a conscious machine, I got no objection.
In the 1986 survey, the most popular definition was the definition that basically subjective consciousness too, that it's experiential stream of stuff going on for someone. The second most common definition was the sort of the operational version of that, which is an organism that has self-reference, or is able to understand its own situation, demonstrate that situation behavioral, whether or not there's anything going on inside or not. So that's just straight statistics, right? That's what people like as definitions. But I've seen them all, and John, I wasn't preferentially talking about any of those definitions. I was just saying this is what people, when they use the word conscious, this is what I find that they want to talk about. For myself, I think that the thing that really we're going to have to someday try to understand is what I call consciousness 3, which is this, I think what John getting at the subjective state, basically the existential quality. Why does anything feel like anything is happening at all in the first place? I mean, that is the core. That is the thing that we need to, get at. And if we fail to get at that, then I think that that's fine. We can do other things, but I don't think we'll have a I don't think we'll have the science that we're looking for.
All right, thank you for that. Moving on, based on these definitions, can consciousness be located? Is it localized or distributed?
I mean, I don't feel that a particular well-posed question, so I don't feel a particular. I mean, it's a question you can pose in English, but I don't think it makes sense in an empirical framework, at least to me, if you know about it.
Well,